social media, they're challenging themselves. They asked for some advice. I gave them some advice. They asked a couple people. I gave them some advice on how to do it. Obviously, I know how to do a 100-day challenge. That ain't nothing. So I told the person what to do, but they already said, I'm starting on March 17th, and they counted out the days to 100 days and said, this is what I'm going, these 7 things I'm going to be doing every day for the next 100 days. So once you have the strategy, you execute the strategy. Number 4 is you want to set interim goals if you have a long-term strategy. And an interim goal is, let's say you are doing RL 365. So RL 365 is 365 consecutive days of holding yourself personally accountable every 30 days. And so what I do is every 30 days, you have a review of your 30 days. That's how RL 365 works. If you are in a 30-day challenge or in the Real Leader Resources membership, you are doing 10-day, 20-day, 30-day. Those are interim goals because you are working towards the goal of 30 days. However, checking in every 10 days gives you what you need to get to the next 10 days. So when you are doing something over time, you want to set benchmarks or interim goals to assess, first of all, is the strategy working? Second of all, how am I doing? I'm checking in. If you run a marathon, you stop, you go along the path, they're giving you water, checking in, making sure everybody is good to go. So that's the other reason why going forward fails, because you don't have interim goals, checkpoints to assess what's actually taking place. And you might need to adjust the long-term goal. You might say, ooh, I thought this was going to take 6 months. It's really going to take 9 months. Okay, cool. Now you adjust the strategy as well. So those interim goals allow you to assess where you are and if you're going to get there sooner or if you're going to get there later. A goal that I had was to get to 1 billion views on my Jiffy channel, and we met those benchmarks and ended up finishing 3 days before. So that's how you end up accomplishing bigger things. That's how you end up, a small goal for it can turn into something grandiose or enormous. Number 5 is you assess your progress. So as you're going through it, if going forward, if you are not progressing, you got to stop and make adjustments to the strategy, because you can't just keep going. Be flexible is one of the 74 principles of real leadership. You can't just keep going and it's not working. Do not wait till you get to the end and say, well, that didn't work. So you stop to assess the progress, and you make sure that you, and I'm going to use a corporate term that I ain't used in so long, calendarize the the checkpoints for measuring your progress, whether it's once every month, whether it's once a week. You do it at the same time on the same day until the go for it goal has been met. Number 6, once you accomplish it, you celebrate it as you see fit. I give myself about 15 minutes when I'm finished with the goal, big lofty goal. Okay, go. Cool, I might go get a red velvet cupcake or something like that to treat myself. But then I'm on to the next one. People accomplish goals, they go for it, and then they sit down for a year, for 2 years. You know, remember that? And now you're talking about a goal that you accomplished in 1997, and it's 2025. You don't have any more go for it. So you give yourself enough time to celebrate how you see fit, and then you start with the next go for it. And you keep doing it again and again and again. Why? Because your go for it's make you learn something. They have you in the frontal lobe because you have to problem solve, you have to be task oriented, you have to prioritize your work, and that's where the learning takes place. That's where new information is coming in. So the benefit of going for it ensures that you are constantly learning, growing, and developing. That's why you go for it, because now you have to have a new strategy. Now you have to sit down, you have to execute, you got interim goals, you got to assess what's taking place. So there is no time for you to have an idle mind. There is no time for you to sit in the comfort zone and become unaccountable, because you are always going for it. And then number 7 is rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. I'm finished. This is my current go for it. I'm going to start with the next one. And what I like to do is when I know that I'm about to finish my go for it, I start thinking about the next go for it, so that I'm done, it's finished, I celebrate, and now I'm executing my next go for it. If you take too long in between go for it, you're not going to go for it either. So you can be like, yeah, so when I finish this go for it, I'm going to take 45 days off and I'm going to start the next one. In those 45 days off, if you're not developing the strategy for the next go for it, you're not going to go for it. So to repeat, the steps to how to go for it are this: do any research necessary before you start. Develop a strategy. You're going to use SMART system of specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Then you're going to execute the strategy. You're going to set interim goals for long-term strategies. You're going to assess your progress, calendarize it, make sure that you hit it every time it shows up. And then number 6, once you've accomplished it, you're going to celebrate it as you see fit.